Hey, what's up, everybody? It's DJ Jer here with Shop Time, and I haven't had an opportunity to show you some of the really cool productions in event setups that we've had recently. And I wanted to share these things because there's some really cool effects and really cool things that we did that I think a lot of you guys can really benefit from. A couple things I'm going to show are some of the ellipsoidals that we used. We actually used, as you know, I love the Chuavet DJ EVE 100s and EVE 50s. For my ellipsoidals. They do an awesome job. One of the projects that we were working on, though, I needed a bigger beam angle because the beam angle is only about 36 degrees on the eaves. So we ended up going with the Chuavet Professional Ovation 160 WWs. And the reason being is because I needed a 50-degree spread. I needed a bigger barrel. So the Ovation allowed me to put that 50-degree barrel in there to get a nice wide spread. I'm going to show you exactly how we utilized or what we needed this for to make it work. So a couple things I'm going to show you are the textures and things that we used. This is what we used, and you'll see this in the video or the pictures. This is a ice gobo, and it's from Roscoe. It's just a very thick textured glass to kind of give an ice effect. We use this on the back wall, and you'll see those pictures. We also had some custom marble done. Now, the bride wanted to create a marble dance floor. She wanted a marble dance floor for her wedding, but to bring in a marble dance floor, we'd had to bring it in from 6 hours away, excuse me, and it just would have been extremely expensive. So what we ended up doing is we ended up bringing a white dance floor, and then we put a marble texture. You can kind of see that texture right there. This is actually a cool ink gobo. You can see that here. This is a Roscoe Cool Ink gobo, and this gobo basically it's not a full glass gobo. So glass gobos are extremely expensive, especially when you start doing different textures and you start adding in colors. So a cool ink is a very cost-effective way to do the same thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some of the production and kind of how we utilize some of these textures to create our end result. So here is here's the event when the bride walked in, and here you can see a couple things that we did. You can see that the ice texture that we put across the wall, and then also you'll see the white streaks of uplighting. And the white streaks of uplighting are actually our Freedom Hex, and they're not full brightness. Basically, we've kind of put this motion to them using the dimmers and DMX programming to create some movement in the room with our uplights. So that was a really cool effect. You can also see some of the pin spotting from the EZpins that we have. If you look up top, you'll notice the big black ellipsoidals, and those, again, those are the Ovation 160 WWs. They're a good investment. You know, they're going to be a little bit more expensive than the Eves. They're not zoomable. They are a specific barrel, so a 50-degree barrel. Again, you're going to see exactly why I needed to do that to make this production work. So if you look at some of the other pictures here, you can see actually these big columns that are over in the middle of the dance floor. It's actually on the sides of the dance floor, and you'll see that as we get a little bit closer. We hung the crystal pillars to illuminate with the lights that are hanging from above to kind of create a really clean and sleek look. Now, one of the things, she wanted to do this whiteout. So you'll notice like a lot of the walls are all draped. We brought in all the draping. We hung everything. And we didn't do a ceiling wash. And I usually push for a ceiling wash, but the reason we didn't do a ceiling wash is because there's some beige in the ceiling, and we didn't want to accent that, or we didn't want that to pop. Now, if it was a color, it would have been fine. But the fact that we were going to be doing white, all it would have done was illuminated that even more. So that's why we didn't do that. Now, if you look in the back, you can actually see the ellipsoidals. Those are the E50s. They're in white, so they blend in nicely. We also have spandex colors that go over our single poles that these are on. So again, we kind of think about all the details when we work with an event like this. Here is the dance floor that I was talking about, and you're actually going to see some other pictures as well with this dance floor. But that's the marble texture. That's actually using 4 ovations and blending them together, so that way the whole thing just kind of comes together and it feels like marble. So here you can see the ovations up top. You can see the crystal pillars kind of on the corners of the dance floor. And just, again, a really overall nice accent. We also used a cool blue color gel to cool the light up a little bit. Now you can see it's still a little bit warm, but you know, the Ovation is a very warm white, and our goal was to make it as cool as we possibly could. So we ended up putting 2 of the cool blue color gels in there to cool it down a little bit, but it really worked well with this production, and it turned out beautiful. So here's a little side view, and I mean that's about it. That is the full production. You can see the ice across the back, the monogram over above the stage, and you know, working with beam angles and throws. You know, make sure that you know exactly what size you want that to be, so that way it fits. We had to make sure that it went between the crystal columns, and then also you'll notice that the ice texture where the monogram is a little bit more dim, and the reason is because we wanted that monogram to really pop when they walked in and they saw that. So that's pretty much it. I hope that kind of helps you guys out a little bit. If you have any questions, feel free to message in our YouTube channel down here below, and you know, give us a thumbs up if you liked what we did. If you have any questions, if you don't like what we did, at least comment on it, so that way we can maybe explain why it didn't turn out the way you thought it would have, or what you were expecting. So, but give us a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you next time.